Today we're taking a look at these MLB matches, which are happening on Friday, September 17, 2021, and giving you match breakdowns, betting tips and predictions in general on these games. Welcome back to High Stakes, let's get straight into it. Also, don't forget to subscribe to get notified as soon as we release these sport prediction videos, and if you would like more betting tips and predictions, then check out our Patreon in the link down below. Our new Patreon is a way for us to help you improve your chances of making more money. 5 plans are available for each and every one of you. You can get 30 extra betting picks all the way up to 270 extra betting picks per month. Stop wasting hours of your time searching for bad betting advice that ends up costing you a lot of money. Join the High Stakes Patreon now and get the best betting picks and advice. Chicago White Sox vs Texas Rangers. Chicago is averaging 4.98 runs per game. Their .255 batting average is 5th in the league. Their .334 on base percentage is 3rd, while their .421 slugging percentage is 9th. Looking at the offensive numbers for the Rangers, it's no surprise that they have struggled so much this season. They rank 29th in baseball in runs per game and batting average, 27th in hits per game, and 26th in home runs per game. Our first betting advice is to pick Chicago White Sox. According to MLB.com, Dylan Cease will get the start on the road to try to start the weekend off with a win. Cease enters with an 11-7 record and 4.22 ERA across a league-leading 29 games started. Our second betting advice is to pick over Seattle Mariners vs Kansas City Royals. Chris Flexen has been struggling this season, according to his baseball saving page, as he is in the 6th percentile in whiff percentage, 8th percentile in strikeout percentage, 21st percentile in SPA, and 28th percentile in average exit velocity. His 89.7 mph exit velocity is the highest against him in his career. Brady Singer will start for Kansas City Royals on Friday. In 25 starts this season, Singer is 4-10 with a 4.85 ERA. Our first betting advice is to pick Seattle Mariners. Brady Singer has been struggling this season, according to his baseball saving page this year, as he is in the 18th percentile in chase rate, 26th percentile in SPA, 30th percentile in SWOBA, and 30th percentile in ZERA. Our second betting advice is to pick over Chicago Cubs vs Milwaukee Brewers. If the Chicago Cubs hit the reset button and pretty much gave away their entire World Series championship roster, there have still been a couple of positive things for them over the past couple of weeks. Adrian Houser is on the hill for his 26th appearance and 24th start of the year for the Brewers in this contest. Our first betting advice is to pick Milwaukee Brewers -1.5. Recently, those offensive woes have been in full display, as they rank 23rd out of 30 in the past week in batting average .218. Also, they're 21st in ops .699 and don't seem to find ways to get in base and produce runs. They have a World Series caliber starting rotation and perhaps the best closer in the majors right now in Josh Hader, but the question is whether they'll be able to give their aces any kind of run support. Zach Davies is on the mound for his 31st start of the year for the Cubs in this contest. He comes in 6-11 with a 5.40 ERA, a 1.546 whip, 70 walks and 109 strikeouts over 141.2 innings of work this season. Davies took the loss in his last start, which came at home against the Giants Saturday. He threw 2 innings, allowing 5 runs on 4 hits with 3 walks and 1 strikeout in a 15-4 Cubs defeat. On the road this season, Davies is 2-4 with a 4.58 ERA, a 1.559 whip, 34 walks and 48 strikeouts over 59 innings of work in 13 starts. Our second betting advice is to pick under. Quick reminder, you can get 125% cash back bonus on your first deposit on our partner Sportsbook BetUS after you open an account using our link down below and use our promo code HIGHSTAKES when making your deposit. Arizona Diamondbacks vs Houston Astros. Leave the drama out of the equation and drop the hammer early on a Diamondbacks defense that's allowing a .267 batting average and .808 ops to opponents this season. It's too easy to get runners across home plate against Arizona, and they often dig holes they can't climb out of late in games. The Diamondbacks have looked like one of the worst teams all season, and veterans underachieving is one of the reasons why. Madison Bumgarner has had a great career, but is having one of the worst seasons of his career, allowing 73 runs in 23 starts. Our first betting advice is to pick Houston Astros. While the pitching staff has stepped up the offense as one of the best in the MLB, scoring 5.30 runs per game. Yuli Gurriel has 14 home runs, a .315 batting average, and a .383 on-base percentage, while Yordan Alvarez and Jose Altuve have combined for 57 home runs, but the entire lineup has stepped up this season. Our second betting advice is to pick over San Diego Padres vs St. Louis Cardinals. Vince Velasquez has struggled this season, according to his baseball saving page, as he is in the 10th percentile in barrel percentage, 11th percentile in walk percentage, 13th percentile in chase rate, and 18th percentile in average exit velocity. His 10.6 barrel percentage is the highest of his career. The Cardinals are finally back in the playoff picture, leading San Diego by a half game heading into this series. Their offense ranks number 14 with a team batting average of .241. First baseman Paul Goldschmidt leads the way with 157 hits, including 26 home runs. Our first betting advice is to pick St. Louis. Miles McCollum has been pitching pretty well in his limited percentile rankings on his baseball saving page. He is in the 39th percentile in fastball velocity, 54th percentile in fastball spin, 64th percentile in curveball spin, and 69th percentile in max exit velocity. His 9.1 barrel percentage is the highest against him this season. Our second betting advice is to pick under Atlanta Braves vs San Francisco Giants. The Braves have lost 3 of their last 4 games prior to the postponed game on Thursday. That has resulted in their drop down to 76-68 for the season to date, still leading the NL East. The Braves will start right-hander Ian Anderson. Anderson is 7.5 with a 3.61 ERA in 21 starts. The right-hander had been out since mid-July, but returned on August 29 and has been working out the kinks. After tossing 5.2 scoreless innings in his return on August 29, he allowed 4 runs in 3 innings to Colorado on September 4, before allowing 2 runs in 5 innings to Miami on September 10. Our first betting advice is to pick the San Francisco Giants. The Giants have lost their last 2 games in a surprising dip in form. They were beaten by the Padres 7-4 in their previous game as they fell to 95-52 for the season, still leading the division in the NL West. The Giants will start right-hander Logan Webb. Webb is 10-3 with a 2.80 ERA in 22 starts and 1 relief appearance. The right-hander allowed 4 runs in 6 innings in his last outing and has allowed 8 total runs in 20 innings in September. This after posting an impressive 1.41 ERA in September, where he allowed 2 runs or fewer in all 6 starts. San Francisco is led by Brandon Belt with 25 homers and 52 runs driven in. Brandon Crawford leads the team with 80 RBI. The Giants are hitting .245 and averaging 5.13 runs per 9 innings against right-handers. Our second betting advice is to pick under 8.